Yo, what's up, Chosen Army? It's your boy Ozone speaking, and today we are about to do a young story time about how I started making music, or actually how I was introduced to hip hop. Before I started making music. So it starts with a lot of people don't believe me when I say this, but it started with me listening to Kasi rap, artists like Chakadola, Siashi, Zima Seven. Those are the people that introduced me to the hip hop, but in a Zulu way or Sutu way, whichever way they were rapping. But it was a Kasi way of expressing themselves, and I like how they were playing with words and coming with stories and making it funny and just dissing each other sometimes. I like that. And as I started tapping in more, I was introduced to artists like Tupac, which is obviously international, know that. And for me, he was very deep. He was very deep. I was introduced to songs like Dear Mama and Hit 'em Up. And then I heard Hit 'em Up, I was like, whoo, this is crazy. I wanted to know who he's dissing, why he was being dissed, and all that. And then I found out that the artist that was being dissed was the Notorious B.I.G. And then I discovered that he's also very crazy, himself. He was also a fucking dope MC. So I discovered that, this nigga's really him. And I also started tapping in with B.I.G. and, it grew, went to Nas, and I was introduced to the beef between Nas and Jay-Z. I just started listening to hip hop more. And then I fell in love with hip hop even more when I saw people in my area doing it. There was this one kid, Ladobe Kid. Let me just say his name, Ladobe Kid. He was one of the people that actually did it in front of me, like my peer. I'm like, yo, this nigga can rap. And I was very impressed, when I heard him. And then I discovered that there's another nigga who's even crazier from my hood, Gustavo Caesar. Ooh, shout out to that nigga. That's my Brody. Yo, when I heard Gustavo Caesar, I didn't think so, people my age in South Africa. Okay, he's a bit older than me, but yeah, I didn't think people from my hood, could rap like that. That was crazy for me. And then I started falling in love. I started listening to hip hop even more, and started trying to write myself. And I used to listen, I used to judge myself based on the type of songs I listen to. So I'd be very strict with the type of way I'm writing. Obviously started with those simple rhythms and rhymes, so that it doesn't become too complicated for myself. For many years I was just writing. And high school, I met homies like Mandrix and All Hail, and they were tapped in as well. And then I was very inspired when I saw my boy Mandrix doing a music video while we were still in high school. And I was like, oh shit, this is dope. And I was just happy to be in a music video, nothing crazy. I didn't even think I'm gonna take my talent, the rapping talent, out like that. And then I just tapped in, let the niggas do their thing. And late high school, probably when I was in grade 11, that's where I was obsessed with rap music. And I was writing at the back of my physics book. Oh my gosh, I remember this. Always distracted during my physics class, which is such an important class, but I was always distracted. So I would always write some raps there, and I found myself becoming better and better. And I used to rap for my nigga Sbuda. Shout out to Sbuda for giving me a listen. Sbuda and Lex, those people actually gave me an ear, and they would tell me, "Oh, bro, this shit is actually dope." And cause I hadn't rapped in front of a lot of people, I wouldn't believe it. Cause when your boys tell you, say, "Yo, you dope," it seems like, nah, they just saying cause nah, they your boys. So I didn't really venture into it, and I just chilled a bit. Fast forward, was it 2021? Yeah, I think it was 2021. my boy, my homeboy MIA, Kid MIA started like dropping music, and sheesh, that time I was taking a gap year, so I was like, whew, my boy is really going hard, you know. And yeah, I just started liking it even more because you know my boy was doing it, and I was so inspired to do it even more. And I just decided to say, you know what, let me tap in. I tapped in with my boy in Year of Your Life, called Emmanuel, Man Like E, and my boy Kush. Like, we used to like listen to music together, and we were like Aries fans. Like, we were crazy Aries fans, and we just listen to the boy and try to like, you know, Emmanuel will actually try to like even freestyle on the beats, like the Fire in the Water beats. And yeah, like he's just started like making me fall in love more with hip hop. And he's also like a crazy producer. Shout out to man like E. Just wanted to say like shout out to everybody that, you know, influenced me to rap, man. Like, it's been a crazy journey. Also like listening to the artists like Aries and Nasty C when they first blew up, like, sure, that for me was like a game changer, because it showed me that like not you don't just need to rap in Zulu in order for you to like, you know, blow up in South Africa. I mean, yeah, the times have changed and all that, but like that for me was the era of hip hop that grew me. And artists like Flame, Fire and the Water, I was really tapped in. And those are like those albums really um made me the guy who I am today, and they made me believe that I can do it. And fast forward 2021, I met a group called Plug House. Oh, they were a game changer. I was just walking in the streets looking fresh as fuck, you know, I'm always dripped out. And one of the homies is like asking me, hollering at me. I remember, I think it was actually Hosi, yeah. Man, like Hosi. Hosi asked me also, yo, bro, do you do hip hop? And then I was like, yeah, I do hip hop. Then they're like, yo, we need to like holler at you. And I was like, yo, at that time, obviously, I was taking a gap year, and I was like in PTA. So I told the boys, say, yo, you know what? Since I'm not around, I'll basically connect you with one of my boys who's taking it more seriously than I am, which is Kid MIA at the time, you know. And then they link up with the boy, they do their own shit, you know. Vibes. The following year, I met up with the boys again, Plug House, you know. Shout out to Lord T, shout out to Steezy, shout out to Etomar, shout out to Drewski. Yo, shout out to all of y'all, actually. Like, there's a lot that y'all taught me. My boy Andy Vision. Andy's actually the first Plug House producer that I was introduced to, you know. The first time I worked with Plug House was with Lord T. And yeah, we just decided to record a song, you know. And the name of the song is called For Real. It's in my EP, my debut EP called The Chosen One. That's why they call me The Chosen One, because the debut EP was called The Chosen One. So yeah, during my debut EP, decided to like record one of the songs called The For Real with Lord T, produced by Andy Vision. So for me, that was like a game changer, bro. Like, after I recorded that song, it I couldn't believe it's crazy. I couldn't believe this is me, and how they were mastering my vocals, you know. It sounded so good, man. I mean, it's not like I was singing or anything, but like it just hearing myself like, you know, rapping, that sounded so amazing. And then we started working even more, and then I did a chosen one. My boy Drewski from Zim like was busy working on a beat. I didn't even want him to, he wanted to do crazy things on the beat. I was like, bro, I just want the beat as it is. It's one of the favorites when I'm out. The song is also called The Chosen One. So yeah, there I was like really exercising my pen game for the first time, you know. Like, that's where I can say that's my lane of music, which is like, I can say, is boom bap. And after I wrote that, I fell in love more with the Chosen One type of beats, and I just started focusing more on the lyrical type of rap, but not just lyrical, but like also like, storytelling and expressing yourself. And yeah, man, it's been a wonderful journey so far, like with Plug House. And yeah, I mean, we had divisions happening, maybe like due to geographical reasons, people moving out, like out of the country, like my boy Drewski did. Like that was a huge like toll on us as Plug House, because he was one of like the craziest producers. So after he left, like a lot of things started like not being too good. But we as a team, like we're still standing together and we pushing very hard. And I just wanted to say to everybody who's tapped in, continue believing in yourself, man. Like continue believing in yourself. Like I'm still working, and we're working on getting to the real bag, and we just still building it up. If you tapped in, shout out, because you basically at day one, and keep tapping in, keep showing the love. I'll keep like working, I'll keep showing the consistency. I'm a workaholic. I love this shit, man. Like I'll just keep doing the right thing. I'll keep feeding y'all with music and shooting videos, shooting some nice content, going live even more. I need to start going live even more. Going to podcasts, radios, and all that, So thank you for your time. If you're listening to till this time, like till this long, actually, yeah. So shout out to y'all, man. I hope y'all are having a good day, and chasing your dreams, making sure everything is going as planned. When the year started, you had some energy. You told yourself this is your year. Keep working on that. Don't forget your goals. Keep working on them. Hopefully you did a yearly plan so that you can like keep looking back and going back to like working. Shout out to y'all.